So I want to read a letter because in medicine we know that increasing harmony and finding purpose in our life has medical benefits. Medical benefits. It decreases mortality, decrease morbidity, improve well-being, decrease blood pressure. So, I mean, you can get this online. I can send you a link of this book, but I want to read one letter.
Okay.
And then just to give us a taste how it is. Okay. So a person had a heart condition, heart problem. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
And
Let me sit over here so I can read it. There we go.
okay.
You're okay?
A person had a heart problem, and he writes to the rabbi, Lubavitcher Rebbe, to ask for guidance. What should he do? Obviously, he goes to see the cardiologist. He does everything he does. But he wanted some spiritual advice as well.
Yes.
So this is the response. The rabbi is telling him that our sages of blessed memories say that there are 248 positive commandments that corresponds to a person's 248 bodily limbs. We have organs, we have different organs, we have 248 organs. Every bone is considered an organ. Okay? So there are positive things we have to do, like to pray, like to keep Shabbos, to help others, to be nice to each other, to say the truth. And there are negative commandments, things not to do, not to hit, not to lie, not to steal, not to murder. Right? That corresponds to 365 veins in the body. Now, the import of this statement, what does it mean? Is that the Jews' physical body and the various aspects and its general health are dependent on the condition of the spiritual body. So the physical body is dependent on the health of the spiritual body. So if our body has 248 limbs, that's the physical body. The spiritual body has 248 commandments. So if we are healthy in the commandments, we're going to have a healthy body. It's only the beginning. So it depends on the spiritual body, his level and standing in performing positive commandments and refraining from transgressing negative commandments. Okay. That's the health of the spiritual body. God desired that the world we are in be created in a lowly state, clothed in physicality, and whose external conduct, as seen by the human eye, is of natural order. Okay? God could have created the world in a way that we will see that He is the creator, that we will see everything is a miracle. But nevertheless, He wanted to create the world in a natural way, that to our eye, it will look natural. Okay? We need to eat, drive, do business, get the money, live our life. Consequently, many matters in this world, such as healing and good health, require not only a spiritual approach, but a physical approach as well. Okay? It is understood from the above that we should obey the instructions of our doctors in accordance with the saying of our sages, permission was granted the healer to heal. Okay? So some people say, I don't want to go to a doctor. I'll just go to a rabbi. He'll give me a blessing and I'll be okay. So the rabbi says, no, you have to behave in a natural way because God created the world in a natural way. At the same time that we have to be physical, go to doctors and listen to their advice. At the same time, however, we must always be aware that it is God who creates, sustains, and enlivens the world and all of its creatures, especially the children of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, concerning whom the verse states, you are the children of the Lord your God. Since God is the essence of good, and it is the nature of one who is good to act benevolently, there is no reason, heaven forbid, to worry. And thus a person can carry out his work and service with great joy and with true joy, meaning not only immense joy, but joy based on principles of truth, that there is truly something to be joyous about. Okay? So, joy, why should we be happy? Why should we be happy?
You were asking?
Yeah. Few minutes.
I'm delighted and I'm happy and I'm proud and I'm lucky to be alive
That's
and
right.
to have a life.
That's right. That's the answer.
I want to be positive.
That's right. That's exactly it. You have to truly be happy.
Yes.
All the above applies to you as well, to this person. Be assured that your heart is receptive and responsive to God and His Torah and Mitzvos. Thus you will merit many long and pleasant days and years. Meaning, if the heart will be receptive for spirituality and truth and joyous, then it will be receptive to the medicine and to the doctor's advice as well.
Yes.
Nevertheless, in order to merit an increased measure of divine blessing and success, you should increase your generosity to others. But the heart is for you, but you have to, the heart represents generosity to others.
Yes.
Increasing your actual charitable giving as well as acting benevolently towards others, physically as well as spiritually, by drawing them closer to Torah and mitzvahs. And you should know that there is nothing that stands in the way of one's desire. So we learned something, that we have good. If we want more good, more health, we have to do more good and more health. We have to help others, give more money, help others physically and spiritually.
Yes.
That's
I I don't know about you, but I feel joy in being responsible for the joy of others, particularly the people that I socialize with, which is mostly my family. Their joy is wonderful for me, and I have over the years wondered how you teach to be kind. You know, how do you teach that? How do you learn that? How do you provide others to be, you know, to be joyful in the joy of others? Some people are, I guess, are more, and I make an effort to do that, like what you were reading. It's very meaningful to me. Yes.
okay.
Do you? How are you?
I mean, I did well, the way I was brought up. I followed my parents and so on. And I try to pass that on to my daughter. And
The Rebbe wants us to increase. He writes to increase. What we did until now is good, but you want to increase, do better.
Increase what?
Increase acts of goodness.
Yes, act of goodness.
And charity.
Yeah.
Charity is money or act of charity. Help somebody who doesn't have any.
Yeah. try to be active that way, but that's difficult. Like belonging to organizations like clubs where you do things for the community.
Yes.
I do a little bit of that, but
You do. You're the gabbai. You help a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
You help a lot of
I
people.
get compliments a lot, and at one time I always said that this job is, you don't make friends with this job. You only make enemies. It's the why he got it, what I didn't get it, and this, that. But I try to satisfy as many people as I can, and
yeah,
they seem to see that I do the best I can do. I don't
Okay.
argue with anybody.
yeah, and I think that I feel good when we do that.
I mean, I wouldn't have lasted this long if I wasn't doing the right job.
That's right. Thank you. So we should increase.
Thank you for
Okay.
your
You're gonna
interest
give me
in
that
our.
printout.
Yes, it's
Thank you for your interest in our